Hello. You'll notice that some of us are in different locations. Some of us have different coverings. It has been an extraordinary week of pondering about rules. Each of you have thought about the things that constrain you, but also possibly guide you. Dr. McFoxy, in this session, we are grateful that you are going to help each of us think about rules in EIT talk. Dr. McFoxy.
Thank you so much. It's so good to see all of you here again today, and you may notice that we have an additional creature here joining us. I would like to introduce you to a new co-facilitator, Monsieur Monkey. I'm so sorry. I sometimes get names wrong. Would you please introduce yourself, Monsignor Monkey, and tell us a little bit about yourself and you know and where you live and who you are.
Well, thanks very much. I live in a temple in an undisclosed location.
No.
And they have a computer there. The people that live here really are nice to me, so they come by and they give me fruit. And it's a long story why, but I help them if I can. But sometimes, well, things don't always work out well. But it's nice. I got lots of bananas and dried fruit. And anyway, it's good. It's good to meet y'all in person.
Monsieur le Monkey, you are French, Monsieur le Monkey?
No, I guess I'm Central American. I don't know exactly where, but if I did have a Spanish accent, it wouldn't be a phony one.
There's monkeys in Africa.
Too bad you're not French.
Yeah, shame.
Ron, do you have monkeys like him in Africa?
So it's I'm little, red hair sometimes, and a big long tail.
Baboon.
No,
Ronnie,
tiny. It's
baboons don't
Tiny
have
baboon.
tails.
He was asking me if we had monkeys like you.
Yeah.
I'm Ronnie.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi.
Ronnie's in Africa.
Yeah, I'm in the Sudan.
It's where I'm from.
Yeah.
So let's, Ronnie, we're going to let you answer that question yet, okay? But you know what? I think it would be a wonderful opportunity to talk about our subject today, rules, right? Remember last time we talked about how we were different and how we were similar. And then we ended on some frustrations that people were experiencing with the rules. And so let's talk about some rules. And as a check-in, I'd like you to introduce yourself, introduce the creature that you are, and you know, for Monsignor Monkey, and tell us how do you feel about rules? Ronnie, why don't we start with you, and then Ronnie, you can decide who goes next.
I like that one.
Okay, well, I'm Ronnie. I'm a rhino.
Very pretty rhino. As far as rhinos go, Ronnie is like.
Ernie, let's let Ronnie, I know that you are really excited to hear her participate, but just in the interest of time, let's let people introduce themselves, and then I promise we're going to give you a chance to speak too, okay?
I just was saying Ronnie and I have similar behinds.
Yes. Yes, you do. Ronnie, why don't you go ahead?
Well, I live in the Sudan, and there's rules there. We have rules. One of the rules that I never really thought of as a rule, but this week I could really see it is a rule, is when we're at the water hole. We don't always have water, but when we do have water, everybody's at the water hole. And so we were at the water hole, and then the lions came and everybody backed up except for the hippopotamus. They never do. But I realized that's a rule. I mean, it's not written down, but it's a rule. When they come, you just back up and you wait until they finish, and then you go back. And so that's the rule.
It's like that with Simone.
Yeah, you know what, Ernie? You need to be quiet for a little while, okay? I know that you can do that. I know you can do that, okay? Now, Ronnie, who would you like to see go next?
Ernie.
Look at that, Ernie.
Hi. What do you want to hear, Ronnie?
I think you have to tell us what kind of rules you have encountered or something this week or something like that, right?
It's only.
How do you feel about rules? What do you think about rules?
Rules hurt.
And she say you need to tell the new Monsignor who you are.
Oh, I'm Ernie, and I'm an elephant, but you may not know that because of my ears. I had them done. And so therefore I look more like other creatures. So you might look at me and say, hey, you look like a donkey. What do you think? Do I look like a donkey to you?
Yes.
See, I knew it. See, he's new. And I look like a donkey. And I always thought I did. And I tried to tell people. But anyway, so I'm Ernie. I kind of, I prefer people to think of me as a donkey. So anyway, or zebra. I love zebras. Oh.
So how do you feel about rules? Like, I know that you said that you think that they feel they hurt. Why do they hurt?
Because they keep me locked up, and they tell me no, and they keep me from having friends, and they keep me from hanging out with donkeys, and they keep me from saving Ronnie from the Sudan, and they keep me from hanging out with all of you except Simone. But then she's breaking the rules when she comes in to see me, because that's not allowed.
Don't tell nobody, Ernie.
I'm not supposed to tell, but when she comes in, I can't go near the water hole. It is Simone's water hole. She never even had to tell me. She just jumped to my trunk one time. And I knew. Now, she established that rule, and I was okay with that. But when they just tell you no and they chain your foot.
So rules.
Chain your foot.
Chain my foot.
So rules are hurtful to you sometimes.
Yeah. And because of rules, they shaved my tusk.
Okay.
When I was little.
Shave your tusk?
Well, I mean, they cut them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have tusks, so people don't even know that I'm a dude.
You should not do this to an elephant. No.
Okay, so Ernie, who would you like to go next?
I want to hear from the monkey.
Oh, all right.
I like monkeys because when I was little,
Monkey.
the monkeys would swing on my trunk and we would have so much fun. I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah. So Monsignor Monkey, why don't you participate as well? And once we're all done, then I'll participate too. So how do you feel about rules, and maybe what's an experience of a rule that you've had?
I'm not really happy with rules. I'm kind of a rule breaker in some ways. They've got to be there. I mean, I get it, but it's a long story. But I broke a rule a long time ago. It was a pretty significant one. Anyway, yada yada. It's over now. So I know pastorally or whatever, we have rules set in front of us, and Sometimes if we break them, it results in not such good things.
Did they chain your foot?
Mm-mm.
Are you in an enclosure? Are you enclosed?
No, no, I'm
He's
in a
at a
jungle.
temple.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks.
like Ronnie. You're free.
Hmm.
Oh, well,
So, well, let's continue moving on. Monsignor, would you like me to ask somebody else to hand off to, or would you like to choose?
I'm really happy to observe and eat my bananas, if that's okay.
You like them. You like bananas.
Sure.
I always thought
I
that
like
was-
bananas.
I just thought it was a prejudice that people said about monkeys. Because I've never actually, I don't like bananas and they give them to me. I hate peanuts.
Okay. So Ernie, we're going to stay on track today. Okay. We're
I'm
gonna
on track.
we're going to try. Okay, Sparky.
I'm there.
Why don't we go to you, Sparky? How do you feel about rules and what's maybe an experience of a rule that you've had?
Rules are dumb.
Oh, looks like you've had some tough time with rules in the past.
Rules are dumb because you try to do things that are nice for people, and then you get in trouble.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, Dr. Codswallop, we'll get to you. I promise. I promise. Sparky, why don't you? Because Monsignor Monkey doesn't know who you are or what species you are. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell Monsignor, what species you are, and why don't you tell us then a little bit about the rules that you've had recently?
You mean Sparky?
Yes, Sparky.
Sparky, go.
Well, Mr. Monkey, I'm Sparky, and I am a dragon.
I love her so much.
Oh, oh, oh.
Okay.
She's the best ever.
Yes, so Sparky, you're experiencing. I'm sorry, Dr. Codswallop, but I'll get to you, I promise. Sparky, you're experiencing some very strong, some very powerful emotions, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my dad teaches me how to fly, but I'm not allowed to go anywhere. And then I go somewhere and I get in trouble for going there. And then I try to help Dr. Wally, and then I was told I can't do that anymore and I can't go there, and I got in trouble, and I was going to help others, but I'm not allowed. I wanted to go and see Ronnie and help with the meerkats that are being mean to her, but I'm not allowed to go there. And I'm here by myself, and that dumb egg is going to hatch any day. And
Fascist.
Yeah.
I'm
It's-
sorry, Sparky.
It's okay, Sparky.
It's all right. You are a hero, Sparky. You are a certified, bona fide hero. And I will give you a medal one day. I will pin it upon you, of course, when I'm ruler. When I'm ruler, you and I will rule side by side.
okay.
Yes, because I would think I need a dragon at my side to be taken seriously. For some
Doctor-
reason, they don't always take me seriously.
Dr. Codswallop, did you notice that? Something that you said brought a smile and a giggle to Sparky. What was that, Sparky?
Well, why would Dr. Wally want me to be important? My dad and mom are so much bigger.
Oh, no. No. You are one of the most important creatures in the world. You don't even realize how rare you are. You're a rare gem.
Because she's the only one who is nice to you. Yes.
And she's also she's only dragon. I didn't believe in dragons before Sparky, to be honest. So, I didn't think they were real.
Well, here she is. You
I
cannot
didn't
deny her
either.
now.
See, she has changed my mind, and that's hard to do.
Sparky, what is it like hearing all these characters, all of these creatures, all of these participants? What is it like hearing them talk about how much they appreciate you and how unique and special you are?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Hmm.
Nobody else seems, I didn't think anybody liked me. I
Well,
thought
I
everybody
love
was
you.
scared of me or
Hmm.
not let me do anything or not let me help or, I mean, the
I
people
told you I
online at
liked
school,
you. Don't I count?
you do count, but they won't let me go see you.
Hmm.
They'll let you come see me.
No, they didn't. I got in trouble.
Well, therefore, breaking the rules is a good thing. It saved one's life. Therefore, rules fascist.
So Sparky, we're going to come back to you, okay? And we're going to come back to, what you've been talking about. But because we want to get through everybody so that Monsignor Monkey gets to be introduced to all the creatures, who would you like to see go next?
Reginald. He's always nice to me.
Oh, Reginald.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much, Sparky. I do appreciate that that sentiment coming from you. I sincerely hope, Sparky, that you keep this in the forefront of your mind for the next few moments, because I have to say that I've always felt that societally we cannot live without rules. They are very necessary for keeping the general order. And now and again, we may feel that one rule in particular doesn't quite fit in with where we're at, as the young people say, or what we want to do, or things that we would like to accomplish. However, we must also keep in mind that the world is made up of much, much, much more than just us. We've all got to get along together. And thus, sometimes rules are necessary that we may not agree with. We may not feel they're the best. For example, letting other people finish what they're saying before you chirp in with your comments.
That bothers you,
Was that
doesn't it,
personal? Was that
Doctor?
personal? Was that personal?
No,
Yes, he's
Doctor.
talking to you.
Hey,
It was not
I'm going to take control
Ready?
here. I'm going to take control here. Dr. Reginald,
Thank you.
let's now, I want to let you finish here, but just for the sake of Monsignor Monkey, why don't you? Yes.
Oh yes, I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. That whole section sort of slipped my mind, you know. Yes, Monsignor Monkey, welcome. Welcome to the group. And my name is Reginald. And as you can probably tell, I'm a giraffe. I am currently abiding in a zoo, a beautiful enclosure with two others of my species, you know. The distant cousins as they are. And so there are quite a few rules and regulations that we must follow in order to exist in our particular setting. But I must say, even in my younger days, when I was living in the wild, I've always felt that rules were very, very necessary.
Yeah. So Dr. Reginald, who would you like to
He
hand
is
off?
a doctor now too.
Yes, he's a doctor as
Doctor
well.
here.
Now Simone, Reginald,
Yes.
Doctor, who would you like to hand off to? I believe that we still have Simone and Donnie and Dr. Codswallop to go.
Well, I've always been slightly partial to the ladies, so I will pass it on to Simone, as it were.
Oh, you are so nice, Giraffe. Thank you. I was just asking because you kept calling him doctor. There's so many doctors here, but
It must be the
Actually,
glasses, you know.
I'm glad it's finally my turn because I am Simone. Obviously, I'm a kid and I don't like rules. There are so many rules in the house where I live. The rules are don't climb up on that, but I am very curious. I need to see, and I'm short, so I have to get up to see. And don't scratch that. But you know, if I don't scratch, then my claws they have problems. And then don't bite those guys. Well, this is how I tell people I don't like what you are doing. If you are pulling my tail, I am going to bite you. So I don't understand these rules very much. Okay. So, but these are the rules where I am living, and they make the rules. And this is, I guess, her house, but I don't know these other people. But yes, I have lots of rules to live by.
So rules are sometimes challenging for you, but it sounds like you understand that sometimes rules are necessary.
Well, I understand they make rules because they don't understand me. They don't understand cat.
Okay.
Cat need to scratch. Cat need to bite. Cat need to look around and be curious. This is cat.
Cat need to curse?
What?
Cat need-
Well, no, not really. I mean, you know, well, sometimes, but nobody hearing me. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for participating like that, Simone. Who would you like to hand off to, Donnie or Dr. Cotswell?
Well, you know, I'm very, very curious about this Donnie because I don't know what his problem for being here is. So I'm wondering him. I would like to hear from Donnie, please.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's fine. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. You know, to participate. I'm here to participate. And I've again for the benefit of our newest participant here, Monsignor Monkey. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm Donnie, and yeah, I'm a donkey. And yeah, my place of residence is a farm. Along with quite a few other type of farmyard type animals, you know, we're all there living together, working on the farm. You know, it's just it's not a vacation by any means. It's not a vacation. It's a working farm, and so we've all got our responsibilities. And tying it back into our main topic of conversation here today, if I may be allowed to do that sort of thing, I would say that having rules and guidelines proved to be a very helpful thing. It's a very helpful thing when you're all trying to get done what you need to get done when you need to get it done. And that way everybody knows what to expect from everybody else, and then we're all on the same page and things go well. Because trust me, when things don't go well, then yeah, we know. We find out. So yeah, so rules are good. Rules are very good.
What's
I
your
think.
deal? What's your
need it.
deal? What is your deal? Why are you here? You seem to be very free. You seem to have no real problems, other than Annie.
Well, I'll believe me. If I may, doctor. Believe me, I will take that as a compliment because, you know, I know every one of us, each and every one of us, not just here, but everywhere, we've all got problems. We all got those things, you know, that we're trying to deal with. And so if I somehow, if I give you the idea, the impression, if I let it be known, as it were, that I don't have any problems, then that's a compliment. That's a compliment. I thank you very much for that.
And you know what, Dr. Codswald, I think what we're going to do is, as we always have, I think we're going to allow Donnie to, the time and the space to share his problems, what he would like to share in his time. I know that Donnie struggles with some things, but we're going to give him the space, just like we gave you that space, remember?
No.
Dr. Codswallop, you know what? You are the last person in our group. Why don't you tell us who you are, what species you are, and how you feel about rules?
I am the last, of course I am. And I'm Dr. Wally Codswell, Bonanza Simone. How do you know someone is a doctor? Well, it's obvious. I mean, we have British accents. That is pretty much what makes one a doctor.
No, this
Um,
is not
so-
the truth.
It is true. It is true.
Simone, we'll come back to that another time. But doctor, not the last as in the least, but the last as in bringing everything together.
I mean the lowest on the species poll.
Numerical
According
order.
To some.
So
Go,
Dr. Codswallop, what are your experiences with rules?
Destruction of my entire existence in the world. That's my experience with rules. Of course, I have now gloriously been set free thanks to the wonderful Super Sparky. In fact, that's what I should call her. Super Sparky, because look at her. She is glorious. She is dragon. Let her breathe. So therefore, I love Sparky. In fact, I found that I am very similar to many other creatures. So therefore, I'm not so small. Actually, I'm not small at all. Now I'm learning to fly, which of course will make me bigger than other creatures, make me better than others, as I believe is my rightful place.
So, Dr. Codswallop, for the benefit of Monsignor Monkey, what creature are you?
Isn't it obvious?
You are a bird, but what kind of bird?
I'm a doctor.
Oh.
Doctor. I'm a doctor, and of course, I'm very smart, and of course, I'm a cockatoo. Of course, cockatoos are birds, but not really, like parrots. And I believe that there is a prejudice against species of birds that can talk, because I have some brothers in arms in Britain. And of course, I was sent there on a bird exchange program briefly. And of course, I taught them things, and they were simply expressing what they knew.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Codswallop. I would love to let you go on, but we are nearing the end of our time. Some of my experiences with rules, and of course, all of you know that I'm a fox. Some of my experiences with rules is that I would love to go wherever I want to go. I would love to eat lots of different scraps from lots of different garbage cans and yards and tourists up here in Prince Edward Island in Canada, but I can't because it's not safe. I would really like to. And one of the things that I noticed, that I observed about all of your answers, is that rules are sometimes hard and difficult. But you know what? Rules often are there to keep either us safe or a different creature safe. And so maybe
you mean like Sparky? Maybe her father tell her don't fly yet because she does not know how to come back to home.
But I do.
No, because she went to see Wally and she came back to home.
He saved my life, so therefore she knows rules.
Let's let Sparky respond to that, because
Super Sparky, please. Call her by her real name. Super
Sparky.
Sparky.
Sorry, Sparky is super. But Sparky, what about that? What if Mom and Dad's rules, even though they're hard, were meant to keep you safe?
Well, maybe I don't want to be safe. Maybe I want to go do things. I can be smart. I can be careful. I can make sure that I'm not seen, but they don't think so.
Oh, you're very smart.
Maybe they think you will get lost. How far have you gone from your house?
Well, I went to where Dr. Wally is,
Yes.
and then I took him to Florida to the place to fix his wings. And then
And you came home, so you tell them I went very far and here I am back at the house. I'm okay. Yes?
yeah, but I got in trouble for going and not asking first.
Did they not know you saved my life? Should I write a letter?
They were
I don't
worried.
know, Dr. Wally. Do you know how to write a letter? I don't know how to write a letter.
Do I know how to write? Of course I can write in my sleep.
Dr. McFoxy,
Yes.
we have had a tremendous amount of insight and perspective on rules.
Mm-hmm.
What topic would our group like to discuss next week?
I want to know why there's a rule that makes Dr. McFoxy not be able to eat.
Oh, that's a long answer.
I
Did you say
think
you eat garbage?
sometimes we misunderstand why people give us rules. Like maybe Sparky does not understand, but my rules are because they don't understand me. So maybe understanding who is making rules and who is doing rules and who people's creatures are really, maybe we talk about to understand each other.
That's
Hmm,
why I love you, Simone, because you're so
maybe.
Oh,
You're so
thank you.
That might
Annie.
be a good idea.
There
What
is-
did,
Annie understands.
what do the rest of you think?
There is an idea. A rule is to keep us safe.
no.
The other idea is that there is the spirit of the rule. I'm wondering if we could ponder where the spirit of the rule versus, I think the term is letter of the rule.
Oh, yes, a philosophical discussion. That would be marvelous, I would think.
I can write the letter. I've told you that. No
Okay.
problem.
Well, why don't you write us a letter for next time, Dr.
Right.
Swallop, and let's talk about those things next time. The letter of the rule and the spirit of the rule, and let's see if we can continue this discussion.
So I write the letter of the law then. You want me to do that? I can write the letter of the law.
Why don't you write whatever you would like to write and bring back?
Wonderful. I'll write my manifesto.
Can I ask a question of Reginald?
You know what? We are actually out of time.
Oh,
We do
Okay.
have 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay, so
go ahead, go ahead.
I just wondered if you meant me because I interrupt.
Oh, no. By no means, Ronnie. I must say, in fact, if I were to give any sort of evaluation of everyone in the group, you are by far and away one of the kindest members of this particular organization, you know.
Yes, you
And so,
are.
no. My comment was meant generally, not anyone specific. There have been instances recently of people interrupting others and, just not playing by the rules, as they say. So it was in reference to that, more or less, yes.
Well,
Okay.
I learned from
Monsignor Monkey,
Ronnie teaches
will
me.
you be able to join us next week?
If, yeah, my computer works and there's not a flood.
We
Oh.
will be looking forward to seeing all of you back again after pondering rules and the spirit or the letter. Thank you for joining us here at EITR.
Can we send food to McFoxy?
no, that'd be awesome.
In scene.
Awesome! Oh! Oh, I love dancing with you people.
Can we send food to Mr. Dr. McFoxy? That'd be awesome.
Jerry, I see your cat on your couch behind you, and every time the picture was big, I was like, my cousin.